Hi everyone, Susan Storm here. I'm an MBTI practitioner and the founder of psychologyjunkie.com, and today I want to talk about what ISTJs are like when they're in a relationship. Let's get started. So these are the strengths that ISTJs bring to a relationship. 1, loyalty. If ISTJs commit to you, they're in it for the long haul, good or bad. 2, dependability. ISTJs will be there when they say they're going to be there, and they'll probably be 10 minutes early or more. ISTJs believe on following through on their word, and they often do a lot of work and put a lot of commitment into their relationships. They hate nothing more than flakiness, and they will not abide it in themselves. Number 3, good listening skills. ISTJs do have a very quiet, reserved demeanor, but that doesn't mean they're not interested in having a conversation with you. They actually really prioritize listening to people when they're talking and paying attention to the details of what someone is saying. 4, trustworthiness. Honesty is super important to ISTJs. They're not manipulative types. In fact, playing people's emotions and even understanding how to read their emotions well enough in the moment to be able to manipulate them is actually not a skill of the ISTJ personality type. And it also goes against their values. ISTJs believe in being dependable, believe in being loyal and consistent. And so trustworthiness goes along with that. They are not the kind of people who are going to play other people. In a relationship, they don't want to play games. If you have something you need from them, let them know upfront. Be as upfront as you can be, and be as consistent and dependable in turn as you can be. Number 5, practical support. ISTJs are all about helping their partners in practical, hands-on ways. So whether that means shoveling your snow when you're sick, bringing a hot meal, fixing something in your house, or troubleshooting a problem, whatever it is, ISTJs want to be there to offer you practical help. It came up again and again in a survey I conducted that when ISTJs love someone, one of the ways they show it is by doing chores without having to be asked. They want to be able to anticipate maybe practical needs you have so they can take care of those and show you that they care in those subtle ways. That brings me to love languages. So the 5 love languages are often used in marriage counseling or any kind of couples counseling, really, as a way to understand your partner and better meet their needs. For ISTJs, the top 2 love languages are quality time and acts of service. So really dedicating one-on-one time to an ISTJ is important, and they will do the same for you. They will devote one-on-one time to their partners. Also, actions will always speak louder than words with ISTJs. If they care about you and they are committed to you, pay attention to what they're doing. They may not be the most effusive, lovey-dovey types. They may not whisper a lot of sweet nothings into your ear, but pay attention. Are they washing the dishes for you? Are they, doing the laundry? Are they constantly showing up for you when you need them? Are they opening the door or driving you somewhere when you need a ride? Look at the practical things they're doing and interpret that as a sign that they really care about you. They often show love by offering practical assistance. So, these are 6 ways that ISTJs want to receive love. Quality time together. We talked about their love language being quality time. ISTJs are all about getting that dedicated one-on-one time with their partner. They need that. Just be sure that you aren't asking for that right after they get home from work. They usually need a little buffer time of alone time between social things in order to regain their energy. ISTJs also need space, and one of the ways you can show you love them is by giving them space, giving them time to recuperate, recharge, and be themselves. ISTJs who are with extroverted partners often find themselves getting overwhelmed and exhausted because they can only handle socializing and talking for so long before they feel like they've just been hit by a truck, like they just feel completely and totally exhausted. So they need a little time after work, they need a little time after going to any kind of social event to recharge and recuperate. And big, long conversations, even though they might enjoy those, they probably need a little recharge time after that as well. The third thing that ISTJs want a great way to show them love is honesty. Super, super important. I mentioned earlier how ISTJs are not manipulative people. They hate any kind of manipulation. And a lot of things that other types might not even see as manipulation, they might interpret as manipulation. So acting like, oh, I'm so thirsty, I wish I had a drink. Acting that way in order to get them to give you a drink would be seen as manipulative to them. Don't be indirect in your communication to them. Be direct. Be clear. They will appreciate it. It's a big turn off to them when someone goes about trying to get something in a way that is not direct. Always be honest. Even if it's going to make you look bad, you will really damage the relationship if you are in any way being manipulative. Loyalty. We talked about how that's so important to them. ISTJs are people who stand by their loved ones and they want that in return. Another thing that they mentioned, doing small chores without being asked. If you notice something that an ISTJ needs and it's something that you can easily do, don't wait for them to bring it up. Just go ahead and take care of it. For example, if you notice that your ISTJ spouse is really overwhelmed with the kids or work, maybe you could be the one to do the dishes tonight. Or if you know that they have to go somewhere the next day and they're going to be really busy, you could go put gas in the tank of their vehicle so that they can not have to worry about that when they go somewhere the next day. Little small efforts like this mean a they mean a lot to ISTJs. And then lastly, appreciation. ISTJs do a lot of work. They tend to have very strong work ethics. They put a lot into their relationships, and having some appreciation for what they do goes a long way. A lot of times ISTJs are taken for granted because they do a lot of detail work that people sort of just assume is going to be taken care of after a while. At first, when you're with an ISTJ in a relationship, you might think, wow, this is so cool. They're doing all these little practical things. But then, say you've been married for a couple of years, you start becoming blind to it because it's just so natural. And over time, they can start to feel more and more taken for granted and unappreciated. So make sure that you are consistently showing appreciation for the efforts that they're taking to improve your life. These are just some of the things you'll want to keep in mind when you are in a relationship with an ISTJ. So if you have any more questions or thoughts, leave those in the comments, like, subscribe, or you can check out my website. I have over 1,200 articles on the Myers-Briggs personality types at psychologyjunkie.com. See you next time.